Hey, everybody. You remember this lady?
Okay. Humongous what? Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what? How dare you! Disgusting! Disgusting!
You left room saying your daughter's lives matter, but you're
Disgusting! You just abused a woman! You
Yeah, she's back. Both on YouTube and in the Seattle City Council.
The crimes of racist thug cops have gone up. Their crimes against women have gone up. Their crimes against people of color have gone up. And the crimes of racist, token, people of color politicians have gone up. Yeah, we noticed, Lorena Gonzalez. We noticed. We noticed how after I spoke publicly against you, the cops sent racist, white supremacist rapists after me.
Oh my god. I thought she was crazy before. Sounds an awful lot like my paranoid schizophrenic grandfather who thought the Germans were still after him even after World War II. Let me tell you, I'm seeing a lot of red flags. But that's not what this video is about. Zarna's made her own YouTube channel with her own videos, and it has been glorious because all these people are coming over to her channel. All the comments on her videos have been disabled, but the discussion part's still up, and everybody's just just laying into her. It's fantastic, and there have been so many videos already made about her and her videos and responses to that. But I thought I'd bring in a few points, throw in my own 2 cents. Before I get started, I just want to say I haven't seen any sources or citations that Zarna has for any of her statistics or data for any of her claims, so I have absolutely no idea where she got all of her stuff from.
So many things in our system today come from patriarchy, including racism, colonialism, capitalism, classism, and of course, sex.
The so-called patriarchy is a society or government where men have all the power and women are excluded from it. How does this have anything to do with classism or racism or anything of the sort? Oh, and last I checked, in first world countries, women do have power. We're working, we have jobs, we can vote. There are women in CEO positions, managerial positions, and we even have one who's in line to probably become president. If you think women don't have any power in the Western world, you're a fucking idiot.
Called white fragility and male fragility. White liberals and men in general have been told over and over again that if they just never use the N-word and they never talk about race and they never physically molest anyone, then they're not racist or sexist. So when I point out that actually the system of power we live in ensures that all white people are racist and all men are sexist because they profit from a system that marginalizes people of color and non-males, they attack me, just as they've attacked women of color for centuries to retain their power structure.
No, not all white people are racist and not all men are sexist. Those respective definitions of racism and sexism are dependent on the person being prejudiced against women or minorities. And for the most part, shocker, most white people and most men don't have any prejudice against minorities or women. That being said, you and people like you haven't shown how women or minorities are being oppressed in the modern first world, much less that white people or men are profiting off of it. How does a white guy in California profit off of a poor black woman in New York City? I mean, obviously, you're treating white men as some kind of collective class. This is erroneous because people are individuals and they're responsible for their own actions. No one else's. And to say that all these white men are profiting off of, the exploitation of other people just because they're white men is actually pretty fucking racist. I mean, clearly you're prejudging these men based both on their sex and their race.
Fault, they're marginalized. I didn't marginalize them, so why should I do?
Oh my fucking god, you're citing this bitch? Keith's a feminist. You don't think that she would be biased at all? I definitely don't trust your stats now. Oh, and just to let you all know, this Keith lady, she partially wrote this one book that I tried reading called Deep Green Resistance. Don't read it, it's shit.
Recently, I was sexually harassed by a man in public on camera, and the news stations posted the video without my permission with the question, "Do you consider this sexual harassment?" This led to a lot of people attacking me and going after me all over social media. This is what patriarchy does. It causes everyone to attack the victim, the one who is most vulnerable.
1. No, you weren't sexually harassed. Hugh Mungus gave you a fake name at his own expense. He was making a fat joke. That's immediately clear to anybody who has a fucking sense of humor and a brain. I mean, have you never watched The Simpsons? Is there a Seymour Butts here? Can I get a Seymour Butts? I'm looking for a man to hug and kiss. Secondly, honey, you posted that video yourself on your Facebook page. And as everyone knows, the internet is forever. And thirdly, people going after you was not because of the patriarchy, like some kind of Illuminati boogeyman. No, it was because you were being a histrionic banshee.
Their main complaint was that I raised my voice. They questioned my sanity because I spoke up.
Yes, people thought you were acting crazy because your behavior showed that you were in a state of mind that prevented normal perception or social interaction.
Even the security guards who witnessed it didn't call the cops to help me. They called the cops on me because I was making noise.
They called the cops on you because you were creating a public disturbance, which is actually a misdemeanor. Besides, you refused their help or the cops' help. The rest of it is a bunch of those, cut guys saying a bunch of things that nobody ever said in any of the comments or are ever thinking. And her calling, all the women and the minorities and all that stuff, her brothers and sisters, and, calling them to demand safety from the patriarchy. Bitch, you ain't my sister. And anybody with any common sense would know that nobody is really truly safe. You can demand safety all you want, but there are always going to be people who don't follow the rules and have evil in their hearts. And they don't always have a penis. That's it for this one, but I will try and tackle the other videos that she's made. See ya!